Resilience, resistance, renewal. Over the past year, the Council on American Islamic Relations and the broader American Muslim community have shown their resilience as we resisted injustice here and abroad while renewing our vision of a just future. A just future in which free speech and religious freedom are secure. A just future in which Islamophobia is a passing nuisance, not a mortal threat. A just future in which American foreign policy advances freedom for all, including a free Palestine. The American Muslim community founded CARE 30 years ago with a vision of a just future. And despite the storm of challenges we face today, that vision is closer than ever.
American Muslims are showing up not just to discuss Islamophobia and expose the truth about Gaza, but to discuss everyday issues impacting Americans.
CARE has spent 30 years laying the foundation for this progress. By winning major civil rights lawsuits, by training young people, by advocating for causes of justice, CARE helped break the barriers that kept Muslims and our concerns on the sidelines of politics, the media, and Hollywood.
American Muslims are done playing terrorists in TV shows. They are writing and directing TV shows and movies that highlight the diversity of the American Muslim experience.
Now, we have to finish the job amid an unprecedented storm of challenges. A crackdown on free speech.
Some breaking news in the arrest of Colombia activist Mahmoud Khalil.
It was one of the most terrifying times of my life. I don't think I've ever experienced anything scarier than that. They just handcuffed him and took him. I don't know what to do.
A massive escalation in Israel's genocidal campaign of slaughter and starvation in Gaza.
We are involved, hand in hand, in the atrocities and the genocide that is currently undergoing in Gaza.
An ongoing rise in anti-Muslim hate mixed with anti-Palestinian racism.
We also collectively do not believe in a society of hate that can lead to crimes as heinous as the one committed by Joseph Shuba against a 6-year-old boy and his mother.
An 8-year-old girl says she was harassed for being American Muslim.
People are fearful that this is now becoming normal.
In 2024, CARE received 8,658 incoming complaints. This represents the highest number of complaints we've received in our entire 30-year history.
Despite the storm of challenges that we have faced over the past year, CARE did not get knocked off course. We stayed squarely focused on getting closer to our vision of a just future.
Over the past year, CARE has been on the front lines of 5 battles for justice, critical to our vision of the future.
When Mahmoud Khalil was arrested, CARE took action by suing Columbia University for cooperating with the federal government in suppressing Columbia students' free speech.
In order to protect free speech, CARE filed major lawsuits to protect students and student groups.
So in September of 2024, a group of students reached out to us and said, hey, we're planning a vigil on October 7, 2024. The university actually told us that we weren't allowed to. And within a week, we were in front of a judge arguing that the school's decision to cancel the protest was unconstitutional.
We sued, and within weeks, a court had ruled that the free speech clause of the First Amendment requires that these students be able to speak out against the genocide being done in their name on university property. And not only did they have to allow the protest, they also had to pay $100,000, which is, we believe, the largest settlement of any kind regarding pro-Palestine speech on college campuses.
This lawsuit was filed by CARE, the Council on Islamic Relations, and civil rights group Palestine Legal for the students who were fighting to express their First Amendment rights.
It actually sends a powerful message to campuses nationwide that students who speak out for Palestinian human rights are protected under the First Amendment.
CARE never stopped fighting to secure a just future for American Muslims faced with other challenges.
Muslims in prisons and jails who try to fast during Ramadan face callous, illegal conduct by prison officials who refuse to provide them food for suhoor, refuse to provide them food for iftar. We challenge that. We challenge that in Arkansas, we challenge that in Washington State, and we challenge it throughout the country wherever we see it.
CARE filed a federal lawsuit against the State Department demanding that it help save Palestinian Americans trapped in Gaza.
CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations, has filed a lawsuit against the U.S. State Department saying it failed to evacuate American citizens and legal American residents and their families from Gaza during Israeli bombardments. The lawsuit describes how 9 individuals desperately tried to escape the region but were allegedly ignored by the federal government.
CARE's Legal Defense Fund and Community Advocacy Department's pressure campaign successfully brought back some of our Americans home from Gaza.
On Capitol Hill, CARE has lobbied Congress to stop supporting the Gaza genocide, and now a record number of elected officials have condemned it and expressed support for limiting weapons to Israel. Another key part of our work to advance a just future on Capitol Hill is stopping bad bills and advancing positive legislation.
The Senate canceled a vote on the so-called Anti-Semitism Awareness Act, which would have classified criticism of Israel as anti-Semitism, following a campaign from CARE and a few amendments that protected speech in favor of Palestine.
The nonprofit killer bill that would target Muslim organizations and anti-genocide activists was also defeated after CARE brought other civil rights groups together to oppose it.
During the National Muslim Advocacy Day on Capitol Hill, our Maryland delegation actually ran into Ben-Gvir, the genocidal Israeli minister, walking the halls of Congress. Well, so were we. We were there and we were able to shout him down and call him out for what he is, a supporter of genocide. And we made it known that in the halls of Congress, you don't get a free pass.
Criminal! More criminal! More criminal! More criminal! Shame!
CARE played a key role in taking on colleges and universities that targeted students for their anti-genocide activism on campuses. Through our Unhostile Campus campaign, CARE has exposed colleges for violating the free speech rights of their students and engaging in discrimination. Since August, we have named 25 universities as hostile campuses and sent out reports to over 600 college presidents nationwide. CARE continued to educate the Muslim community about their rights.
What CARE did is our Unlocking Muslim Power tour. We did webinars, we did in-person trainings, and we made sure people walked away with 2 things. 1, know your rights. Understand what the boundaries are if law enforcement approaches you. 2, and I think most importantly, is we taught people research-based skills to be effective advocates to end the genocide in Gaza, to fight Islamophobia, and protect the Bill of Rights.
Every day, CARE's communication team sends out statements to the media to get the public eye on issues important to the American Muslim community.
In the past year, we've had tens of thousands of media mentions, whether it's in print or broadcast, and we believe this is really changing the narrative, particularly on the genocide in Gaza. Poll after poll is showing that Americans and people worldwide are now accepting that there's a genocide and no longer accepting the Israeli narrative. And this is a very positive outcome in terms of justice for the Palestinian people and for people worldwide.
In an effort to empower the next generation of Muslims to pursue a just future, CARE through USCMO also brought more than 750 American Muslim delegates from 27 states to meet with more than 210 congressional offices in the U.S. House and Senate and advocate for issues important for our community.
In 2018, CARE opened our flagship satellite office in Maryland with a simple but critical vision: to be a local voice with a statewide reach, protecting our community's rights, defending against Islamophobia, and ensuring that Maryland Muslims have a strong, trusted advocate.
The next generation of young American Muslims are leading the fight for what is right, not just for Muslims, but for all. Religious freedom, racial equality, and a fair immigration system.
CARE, through our satellite office in Maryland, also brought dozens of future Muslim leaders to the Capitol for a workshop on advocacy and activism through the Muslim Youth Leadership Symposium. Because of CARE, thousands of young Muslims in the Washington, D.C. area and across the country know how to meet, lobby, and impact their elected officials.
CARE did not let the storm of challenges during the first year of the Trump administration knock us off course. We showed our resilience by resisting the injustice of this administration and renewing our commitment to secure a just future for everyone in our country and people around the world.
And especially in times of heightened Islamophobia, you've risen to the occasion always.
I've run into the most marginalized in the Muslim community. The single sister who just came from overseas, who's being visited by the authorities, doesn't speak English. Who's helping her? CARE.
This movement needs to be sustained. With an organization like CARE, strong in action, trusted by the community, we can build a better and stronger future for the community.
The fight continues. Stand with us as we charge back into the storm and chart our way towards a more just future.